Sex Pistols are a total attack on all preceding cultures because for the first time they are a band that's come directly from the street, not manufactured by the record industry, but created out of the kids themselves. Kids today in England, 60% of the unemployment are under the age of 18. All these kids hang around on street corners and they don't really have what I would call much future. And they're looking for something that can not alleviate that problem, but ignite it and give it some kind of point. The attitude of the Sex Pistols, their style, their look and everything was part of that. The whole destroying of your school blazer, the safety pin, the torn clothes, the lyrical content, Anarchy in the UK, God Save the Queen. Songs like this were never written in the 60s. I don't know of another era of rock and roll that had such obvious political, hard lyrics in any song, either from America or England. So it is very unique, and I think it is that element that's given it its popularity, because it's probably the most toughest form of music that's come out of the rock and roll era since the 50s.
Supply, and there is no reason why. I tell you which was all a frame. They only did it because of fame. Oh, EMI, EMI, EMI. Too many people have this trust. Too many people support us, an unlimited amount. Too many outlets selling out. Oh, EMI, EMI, EMI. Sarah friends are crucified the day they wished we had died. We are an addition. We are ruled by man. Ever, 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 ever. And you thought that we were faking, that we were all just money making. You do not believe it for real, or you would lose your cheap appeal. Don't judge a book just by the cover, unless you cover just another. And non-acceptance is a sign of stupid fools to stand in line. Like EMI. Unlimited edition with an unlimited supply. That was the only reason we all had to say goodbye. Limited supply. Yeah, boy. There's no reason why. Yeah, boy. I tell you, it was all a frame. Yeah, boy. They only did it 'cause I'm fine. Yeah, boy. I do not need the pressure. Fucking hot in here.
Did you have, or do you still have an influence on the music of the Sex Pistols?
I'm not primarily interested in the music. I'm only interested, from my point of view, in making sure the attitude is as sharp and as hard-hitting as possible. If that is there, the music will always back it up. The music, to me, rock and roll has always been, since the days of Eddie Cochran, a means of a tool to exploit and expose youth's frustration. As soon as it got into technical feelings, as soon as it got into the whole mumbo-jumbo of the 60s, it became music. And as soon as it became music and not attitude, it became boring. Now we're 100% for attitude, and the music is back there. And then when that ignites, the music becomes great. It becomes very exciting. Come on, let's go. It's the valley. Let's go.
Hey, Johnny, can I ask you something?
Hallo. Wat vond jij van de Sex Pistols? Wat vond jij van de Sex Pistols?
Kut. Veel te arrogante jongens, die praten niet meer tegen je. Hè? Ze kunnen beter een klein kut punkgroepje hebben, want ik weet niet, net vroeg ik wat, of ze wat wouden hebben of ze wat wouden, kijken niet meer naar je. Het zijn de Sex Pistols, ja, ze menen zich gewoon een berg, jammer.
Vind je de Sex Pistols beter dan vele andere groepen?
Ja, ja.
Waarom?
Ah, die zijn gewoon echt, hè. Zo'n groepen die eigen niet veel.
Ja, nou, rage. Dat is gewoon een nieuw rage.
Ja, dat is de Beatles aan die ook. Dat is precies hetzelfde.
The two slogans are no fun, no future. This is quite a negative attitude towards society. How does this music makes it possible for you to turn this attitude into a more positive one?
Because both those statements are probably inherent in what I would call the poverty of kids' everyday life, of their whole everyday life. And probably the greatest thing that the Sex Pistols are doing, which people would consider nihilistic or destructive, is making the greatest effort to get out of the 20th century very fast.